everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Mai, and today's video is going to be part 9 of my astrology apartment series. And if you don't know what that is, I have been making a series of apartments all for each zodiac sign. And today we are on Sagittarius, which is really exciting. I feel like we're almost nearing the end of it. I can't believe it's been almost a year. But if you've seen my other videos, you might have noticed that I didn't include the little preview of what the finished product would look like. I don't know why, it just wasn't really working in this apartment. Like, things were getting in the way and it was moving too fast. I couldn't slow it down. I don't know, it was a whole thing. But anyways, you will see the finished product if you watch the video, or if you skip to the screenshots, which you're totally allowed to do if you want. And we have started with the kitchen already. And yeah, I always love starting with the kitchen. I find that it's just very central. It really sets the tone for the rest of the build. I didn't clutter it up too much, but I just kind of solidified what the general shape is going to be. And then I have moved on into the living room. And the style for this apartment, or styles I would say, is very like tropical, modern, but also with just a touch of classic. I just find that Sagittariuses are very positive. They love to travel. And I wanted to kind of make it look like they have been inspired by a lot of different styles that they have encountered on their travels. So also included a lot of little trinkets and things that I imagine they might have picked up. And I did also give them plenty of space to entertain so that they can tell their friends about all of those trips, because they're also very social and they love to tell their stories. But I have gone for kind of more of the modern look in the living room here. And I went with that couch from Dream Home Decorator. I just thought it was a fun shape and, you know, it was unique. I also, you know, Sagittariuses are also very unique, so I wanted to kind of, I don't know, make it look a little fun, not super like symmetrical and I don't know what the word would be, just boring, not boring, just didn't want it to be super symmetrical and aligned or anything. I just wanted it to be fun and have a lot of different colors, a lot of different wood tones, and also included a lot of different games, or at least like it seems like there's a lot of games, because I know that I mean the decorative kind of clutter game boxes that came with Growing Together don't actually work, but I don't know, in my head they do. But yeah, wanted to include a lot of games. I find that Sagittarius is also just love games, having fun, having their friends over, having games nights. That's kind of what I imagine happens here a lot, is that they have a lot of game nights. And yeah, just finishing up the entryway. Again, you can definitely tell the mix of modern and tropical. Also included a lot of photos around because, you know, they're friends, their travels. They're gonna take a lot of photos probably, but probably one of my favorite parts of this entire build is the amount of little clutter items that I've included. There's a lot of like shelves, a lot of surfaces that were just begging to be cluttered, and I actually had a lot of fun doing it. I was, I guess, kind of in the mood for it right now. Not always in the mood for it. I feel like sometimes it can get really tedious to clutter spaces, but I don't know, it was looking really good for this one, and it felt right as well. I don't think that Sagittariuses are like super scattered or anything, but I don't know, they pick up a lot of little things, and they, you know, gotta have space for it. I guess it's also just the way that I furnished it, with just a lot of places to clutter. And yeah, moving on into the kitchen dining, just adding a tiny bit of clutter. I don't think that I didn't cover the counters in too much, because I also want your Sims to have room to set stuff down, and especially if they're entertaining, to have surfaces to put down foods. And I also included that game table from the Growing Together expansion, and with some chairs from the Kitsch Kit. I really like the Cozy Kitsch Kit. I was actually very pleasantly surprised with it. I didn't really know what to expect. I wasn't really keeping up with that. I've just been kind of all over the place the last few weeks, and I'm working at a retail store, so I have also been picking up more shifts because it's busy season with the holidays coming up. So yeah, just been very all over the place. And over here we're working on the dining room. I love how it turned out. That table is from the Cozy Kitsch Kit and the chairs are from the Life and Death expansion, and I don't know, they just worked really nicely together. I love the wood tone on the table, and we are working on our first gallery wall. I ended up making 2 very major gallery walls, and God, it was so time consuming, but I'm so happy with the result. I feel like, I don't know, it's really hard to make gallery walls. Like, it can be a little bit hard to find items that match and, you know, make the shapes look good and have enough variety that it's not super repetitive, but, you know, that it still actually is harmonious. So yeah, I have struggled a lot with it in the past, but I feel like in my recent builds, I've been making a lot of gallery walls and they seem to be going pretty well. You tell me. I'm really proud of the ones that I made here. Also because something that I did in both gallery walls is that I added shelves, and on the shelves I also added like trinkets and stuff, so it's kind of like it's a very 3D gallery wall. And yeah, it just kind of helps add some more shapes, some more variety, so it's not just like, I don't know, flat paintings that have absolutely like nothing really going on. So yeah, I really love that, and glad that it turned out well, that it was successful. I think that it was really good to find those baskets to just kind of anchor the wall to begin with. And then yeah, just working around that. I feel like that's the best thing to do, is just kind of find one large item. It really helps if it's a large item. And then just kind of making that the center of everything, even if I guess it's not really the center of everything, but just making it the leader of what the rest of the wall is going to look like. But I did make sure to add a little bar back here. You know, if you're entertaining, it's good to have that, and I do end up cluttering up those shelves off camera, of course. And yeah, it was also a lot of fun to do, adding a couple of plants just to anchor that. But I find that even with all of the little details and the gallery walls and everything, it doesn't feel like there's too much going on in the apartment, which can sometimes be a bit of a struggle if you're working with a lot of clutter, or, you know, or a lot of paintings, that it just feels like there's too much happening. But I think what helped is that I used a very simple wallpaper, so yeah, there wasn't really, it's not like I was covering up, you know, a bunch of patterns or combining too many patterns. And I really love this little hallway. It's super simple. I just used that pastel pop entryway table, hallway table, thin table that has no real purpose. That one from Pastel Pop, and then just kind of framed it with these just regular base game like kitchen cabinets, and that lovely mirror from the Cozy Bistro kit. I really like that one, and that rug, which is just so beautiful, and of course a couple more decorations. And we have moved on into the bedroom now, and I decided to kind of add a little bit of variety by making this platform. So yeah, I felt like that was also really nice. It looked really, I mean, I think it looks good. Love to hear what you guys think. But I also skipped over the furnishing of the bathroom just because, I don't know, it's not like I'm particularly proud of the bathroom, and it's also kind of just boring to watch bathrooms. So I decided to skip that and just move on to the fun part, the bedroom. Yeah, trying to continue a little bit with the style that I used in the rest of the apartment, and but yeah, also kind of give it its own little touch. And I really like how it turned out over here, this kind of like dressing area. I did decide to just use those kitchen cabinets again in that kind of front hallway, just because I didn't really know what to add there, and I did feel like they should have kind of more storage. I know that in The Sims it technically doesn't work, but it's fine. It's more storage. And I love that little thing that I did with those two pedestals from Life and Death. I think that they look so cute there. It's kind of like a mini vanity area. And this dresser is also same pack. It's so beautiful. And I just added some plants around. I do find that Sagittarius like plants, at least the ones that I know. And yeah, wanted to include that. It also helps to kind of add a little color, a little pop of life in here. And this mirror that I'm using here is actually from the Basement Treasures kit, which I know kind of sounds super random. It's not really a kit that you'd expect to use, but I don't know, it looked really pretty, and I used a version of it that wasn't like cracked. But over here for the bed, I decided to go with this one from Pastel Pop because it looks like a little cloud, and I love my Sagittariuses, but they do live on a little bit of a cloud, in a nice way. I think that's what helps them stay so positive all the time. So I thought that would be, I don't know, it was also just a cute bed, and I liked the color. But yeah, I went with that one. And for the nightstands, I went with these kind of suitcase nightstands from the City Living expansion, I think. And I just thought they were really cute, and because Sagittariuses love to travel, it's kind of fun to be like, oh, you know, they just always have their bags ready right next to their bed in case they just wake up in the middle of the night and want to take a trip. So yeah, I felt like that was just the most fitting style for this room. And originally I have placed this ottoman at the end of the bed, but I do end up placing it next to the window and putting just like a trunk at the end of the bed. Just thought it looked a little bit nicer. And yeah, just trying to figure out what I want on these nightstands. I do end up going with some plants, but I go with different plants on each one. Like I said, I don't find that Sagittariuses are too symmetrical about things. I wanted to kind of reflect their quirkiness, and yeah, I think it looks nice. And since we do kind of have this accent feature wall thing around the bed platform, around the bed platform, I end up not really cluttering up or not really creating like a big old gallery wall again behind the bed. I just pick a couple of wall lamps. I originally went with these, but I don't know, they weren't really looking right, so I do change them back into those life and death ones that I had tried originally, and I just place like very simple wall decorations behind it. I think I end up going, I don't actually remember what pack these are from. Oh, they're from Eco Lifestyle. I can see on the screen. Yeah, these ones from Eco Lifestyle that I think look really nice. They're very simple. They just kind of add a little bit of texture without overpowering everything. Of course, if you feel inspired to make your own gallery wall above the bed, be my guest. Yeah, I was just not, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it right there. And yeah, here's the trunk that I talked about. It's just one from Base Game that I think looks so nice. And I love that little faux fireplace from the Cozy Kitsch Kit. I think that it's super cute. I am very excited to keep using it in my builds. And you can probably tell that I did switch the rug. I did really like the original one that I was using from Growing Together, but I felt like there was just too much going on it. So I switched it to that one from the Cozy Kitsch Kit, which I think still looks really nice. Of course, if you feel like changing it back, you can change it back, but yeah, I felt like maybe I wanted to keep the patterns a little bit more simple in here. And yeah, just cluttering up some more surfaces. I really love that little kind of vine curtain that I placed above the sliding door. I don't know, it's just really cute. I think that it's better, it lets a little bit more light in to have that one as opposed to like the kind of heavier, longer curtains. So yeah, it looks really nice there and adds a little bit more color, like I said before. But yeah, here I'm just kind of stacking these shelves so that I can easily place the clutter items on the bookshelf and keeping it simple. I think the most cluttered bookshelf that I have ends up being one of the ones in the living room, but I end up doing that one in post-production. But I think it looks really fun. I like add trophies on it and a bunch of little details that I guess you'll only really see if you pay really close attention to the screenshots or if you download this on the gallery. And yeah, just adding some more clutter here. Also, I was so silly because I was trying to place like clutter at the height of the fireplace, but I had placed the fireplace on the platform, so the heights were all off. And yeah, kept it really simple. Again, over here, there is a lot of clutter to go around, don't worry. There is no lack of clutter here. And I don't know why I added a little pillow inside the little fire part of the fake fireplace. I just thought it looked cute, so I went with it. And yeah, we are moving on to our balcony, our patio area. And since Sagittariuses do really love the sun, I just had to place one of these lounge chairs. Just added a couple of plants. I do keep it simple. Yeah, I just place that one and then I just add kind of a little extra seating area, kind of outdoor living room for them to hang out with their friends. I use that love seat, I think is from high school years, and I don't know, it's just a really cute wicker one. So I place it there and then I add kind of just armchairs from Island Living, I want to say. So yeah, they just kind of, everything just kind of matches. It's all wicker and a couple of coffee tables just stacked one on top of the other. And over here I do end up putting a telescope. I don't remember why. Oh yeah, well, okay, I have a friend, okay, she's a Sagittarius. She isn't studying astronomy anymore, but she was studying astronomy. She switched to engineering, but yeah, she was studying astronomy, so I was like, oh, that would be cute, you know, stars. And anyways, over here we're working on our second bedroom, which I have decided to make an office. I imagine that the Sagittarius would maybe be working in social media or PR. I don't know, I just thought this could be fun. I'm trying to remember what other careers I had thought of for this one, but I don't know, it's just an office with a couple of bookshelves, and I decided to kind of try to create that little kind of custom piece over here with the pedestal and those 2 bookshelves from the Cozy Kit, and add some plants and a lot of little trinkets from their travels. But yeah, I really love the color scheme in here. It's also just like very modern and fun, with a lot of those cute accent colors of like the gold and things. So I mean, I really love that. And yeah, I mean, there's not too much happening here. I do end up creating another giant gallery wall, so that is something, but not too many skill building items. I wasn't really sure what skill building items to put. Like, I was kind of like stuck on that, which is why I ended up putting the telescope, and I do end up putting like a computer in here, but not too many other ones. I think I was a little stumped for that one. Hopefully there's things that your sim can do on the computer, or just play games, or just travel and have fun, maybe write about it. That could be fun. Yeah, maybe they're like a travel blogger. That could be cool. But yeah, I was gonna place boring old filing cabinets behind the desk, but instead I placed this hallway table that just matches the colors better, and we'll just pretend that it's a functioning filing cabinet as well. And yeah, adding some plants just to fill in that gap, and it also, again, adds life, adds color. I did place a nice painting in the back to add a pop of color. I really like that one that I chose. Even though it like doesn't exactly match the color scheme, like that's kind of what it's meant to be. It's just a little pop, something different. And yeah, adding some lamps, some more color, some more clutter. And oh yeah, I also placed a nameplate on this desk. The one, I think it's from base game. Yeah, the stolen desk plate. And yeah, just adding a little lamp there to kind of mark where I want to put it. And yeah, it looks really fun. That's kind of why I imagine that maybe they're like in PR or social media, they kind of manage other people's image or something like that. And I use this rug from, I think it's the Life and Death expansion. I think, yeah, I almost change it, but I do end up going back to it. I think I just really wanted to use that rug from Growing Together that I was going to use in the bedroom, but I didn't. But no, I end up going with this one. I think it looks really nice. And now just kind of adding some last touches before I work on not the dreaded gallery wall, but just a very large gallery wall that takes up a lot of my time and energy. And yeah, above this one I end up putting a tapestry. But yeah, see, it's like a lot easier to just find a really big piece to just put on the wall. But over on this very large blank wall, I'm starting the gallery wall. I thought that I could get away with just doing something simple like that, but no, I must dig a little deeper and find something different, something new. And you know what? I like how it turned out. It was a little bit easier than the other one. I didn't want to like have too many things sticking out. But now we're adding these shelves, so yeah, just gonna add a lot more things that look like they found it while traveling. I also found that little, I don't know if you saw the little chess trophy. I think it's from high school years, and it's shaped like the knight from chess. It's like the horse piece, if you don't know what the knight is. And since Sagittariuses are the centaurs or whatever, right, centaurs, yeah. And I thought that would be kind of fun. And yeah, just kind of cluttering it up with a lot of vases, because I find or like urns, because it's a little bit easier to take up space with that. And yeah, just a lot of other little random items that look like they could have come from faraway places. And of course, even in post-production, I still cluttered a lot, so this isn't even the most of it, which is kind of nuts. Like, I can't believe I still had more to clutter. But we are in these screenshots now, and I'm so happy with this. I added so many more plants, and again, like I said, clutter, clutter, clutter. And I'm really proud of it. I think that it looks great. I think that it's so fun and bright, and I love all of the different styles that I've used in here. I think that it ended up even better than I imagined. I feel like I went in pretty blindly, but I found my way, and it looks great. Like, see, look at all that amazing clutter. And here we have our bathroom, which we didn't see in the video, but yeah, like I said, I'm not like super proud of it. I think it looks just fine. It gets the job done. It's bathroom. So here we have our office space, and also more clutter, some things from like the show hidden objects menu, just to, you know, add add more things, more like collectibles and stuff. And here we have our bedroom. I added some more plants and I cluttered up the dresser. Literally just like everything that I said I've been doing. So no surprises there. But here we have our patio, which is going to be the last space that we see. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this build as much as I did. If you're a Sag, let me know if you'd live here. I'm curious. Bye buds, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Comment and share with your friends. Talk to y'all soon. Bye!